what statistics say about inequality in Nigeria? Statistics have never favored us. So this is the poverty incidence. You see how it's increasing from 27.2% in 1980 to 69% in 2010. Approximately 112 million as at then are poor, are living below poverty line. That will now tell you how many then are above the poverty line, which is a very a little number. Then if we look at inequality, income inequality at the national level, you see that it has increased, especially the urban one. The urban one has crossed the 0.5 Gini coefficient, which means it's getting worse. And if you look at states, all the states in Nigeria, you see that none of the states has about 0.2. All of them are rushing to get to 0.5 and above. These are the remaining states. FCT has already crossed the 0.5 threshold. That means, in fact, from this, you know that FCT is the most unequal state. If it should be called a state, okay, let's say the most unequal city in Nigeria in terms of income distribution. And I know and Dr. T that have contributed to that. Yeah, because they are the other end. And they now impoverish the other side. So then for them to go through that. So that's it. These are all other indices from the Human Development Report of 2016. The recently released Global Hunger Index. I like the Global Hunger Index whenever it is released because when we talk about inequality, we talk about everything, wealth, efficient, gender, and all that. But this one shows how countries are ranked in terms of hunger and how we are progressing. You can see that.
Where is Nigeria?
See Nigeria here. Nigeria is 84. Yeah, out of 170 something countries.
That we're doing good now. 84%.
Not 84%, 84 position. Your child went to school and came up as a 84th person. When he comes back, you kill a fowl for him. So that's it. So I started from 62, where Ghana fell in. And you now see Nigeria. Nigeria is tied with Sri Lanka, in 84th position. This is not entire, this is just hunger. Hunger.
We're better than Congo. We tried now.
And you look at Congo, that's the guy you are campaigning. You're better than Congo and Afghanistan. One for yourself. so that's it. So you see Nigeria, because Nigeria, you can see some country like Rwanda. We know in 15 years ago, when you mention Rwanda, people will say, God forbid. But you see how they have jumped. In fact, Rwanda was not among it's among the first, they came before the 62. Rwanda. And this was done using good policies. In less than 12 years, you see tremendous improvements. That means that this is not rocket science. I always tell people that sound economics is excellent politics. If you don't have it, don't tell me you're a politician. If you don't understand how to move from point A to point B, then you are not a good politician. Women in political office, if we look at the gender dimension in terms of Nigeria, since 1999 to 2015, the office of the president is only one seat that is available, but you can see that no woman has ever occupied that. And we doubt whether they will occupy in this our generation. Okay, we pray hard. Vice President, the 00, Senate, out of 109 in 1999, we had 3 women. 2003, they increased by 1. 2007, we had a tremendous increase to 9. 2011, down to 7. 2015, 8. So this is what I call gangster swagger movement. It's not a good movement. It's a movement of a drunkard. A House of Representatives, you can also see the same pattern, that the number of women having seats there are reducing. So maybe in 2019, they may reduce to 3. Governor, 0.000000. Deputy governors, that's the one we have improved, because currently we have 4 female deputy governors, as against 3 in 2011 and 3 in 2007. Cabinet members, I don't have this one. It's only, we know we have 44 of them, though we have reduced to 37 now. Local government chairpersons, we don't have the current number, because how many states has elected local government chairpersons? So we can't do any estimation based on that. The same thing with local government councillors. And that will tell you how unequal this country is in everything, even in political dimension, everything. I try to preempt what Dr. Utiva will do by just giving you these statistics for 2016. This is COE, means colleges of education. The other one polytechnic, the other one is university. How many number of the population from those states are in colleges of education, in polytechnic and in the university? You now see, I try to compare it with the percentage of them vis-a-vis the percentage of those that particular state in the population. Look at the one in red, Bauchi. Bauchi share of the entire population is 2.88, but in tertiary institutions they have only 1.02. Look at Gombe, with 1.68 share of the entire population, they have only 0.57 in higher institutions. We are not saying university, we counted college of education, polytechnic, all of them. Let's just see anything higher. Ujigawa 0.81 as against 3.02, which is their share of the population. Katsina 4.06 share of the population, 1.18. KB 0.54 as against 2.29. Look at those in blue. You see on the 4.38, whereas their share in population is 2.41. So, but you now see that they have majority in our higher institutions. That's why I put them in blue. Then the one in red are the ones that are on the other side. Example 0.71 as against 2.33% of the entire population. So major finance models for tackling inequality, 3 of them. Some countries have actively promoted the use of public resources to improve the situation of the last quintile, the bottom tier. That is what they call the bottom tier. They try to push them. That's the Chinese model. And they have used it to redistribute their income. That's why in the last 20 years, China has been able to lift over 500 million of their citizens below from poverty to the other side. And you know what it means, pumping money. That's why sometimes when they are being criticized by the United States, I don't listen to them, because I know that they know what they are doing. They have their own economic model. No matter how faulty it is working for them, because it is lifting people above poverty line. We have the second one, which is what Hillary Clinton proposed in 2016 election, where some others are focused on top percentiles with highly progressive taxes. If you had followed the American election, she proposed 33% tax, or 35% of the 10% richest America. 35, in fact, 35% of you tax for everybody that earns more than $1 million. That was her proposal. 35% will go to tax. That is also a new model people can use to close the gap between the rich and the poor. Others who have concern that adopting policies targeting the poor may result in economic inefficiency and distortions that might retard growth on their own part, have taken an indirect approach, seeking to help low-income families by stimulating overall economic growth. And I asked a question. Look at that player and ask me, where do you think Nigeria belongs? Because I don't know if we look at 3 of them, we can know which one are we really adopting. That's why I asked, where are people from national planning? Because they may help us and people from finance to answer that question.